forward our view and approach inside Hibiscus, which is also a CBE JU European project as is ECOFUNC. And the idea behind it is that we wanted to boost bio-based materials for the building, for construction in general, but in the building envelope in particular. So my name is Alexandru. I'm a materials chemistry R&D manager inside SOPREMA. We are a French company that designs, manufactures, and installs construction materials, and we are based in Strasbourg. And we are behind the Hibiscus project, the build-up and the coordination about it. We came to this idea because I think everybody knows the construction business is highly carbon, is fossil-based, and somewhat a little bit more conservative. And the idea is to transition from this situation to a scalable, market viable circular solutions. Inside the company, our activity is focused around two main fields, which are waterproofing and insulation materials. And on that matter, there are several products that are already in our range that contain bio-based materials or are made of majority out of bio-based materials and with proven functionality towards their end application. For this example, I can point out the Mammoth Neo waterproofing membrane, which is bio-based, which is bituminous waterproofing membrane, but inside we are using a bio-based polymer to modify the properties of the final bitumen. And what is interesting about this is that we actually managed to double the life of the product in terms of EPD calculation. So standard bitumen waterproofing membrane would go about 20 to 30 years, and in this case we demonstrated that it maintains its properties for 50 years. But still, this material contains bitumen, which is a fossil-based matrix. On the other side, we have insulation materials. For example, the whole Pavatex range, which is wood fiber insulation panels that have both thermal and acoustic properties, and which are being highly majority based on wood. There are carbon wells, so they can diminish the impact quite highly. But there are still additives inside and the particular functionalities that need the use of fossil-based chemicals. And moreover, in our product range, there are also high-performance polymer foams, but also using fossil materials like polyurethane and polystyrene. This whole background was what we had in mind when we started Hibiscus, and the different drawbacks that we knew that are associated with common yet innovative products. So for that, inside we built a consortium around several European countries, and using partners from the industry, from research, academia, and also validation labs, to bring forward new solutions and new value chains directly related to this to the construction materials. So inside the project, we are focused on our core activities, waterproofing membranes and insulation boards. And a little bit later, there will be also Pablo who will talk about another value chain that is inside Hibiscus. So what we are aiming for is to develop bitumen-free forest-based waterproofing membranes that use bio-based polymers, and also some vegetable oils that are recovered from food industry, and also insulation materials that are either using bio-based polymers And when it comes to the wood fiber insulation panels, try to add the functionality that I mentioned before, so like a flame resistance or a mold resistant, but using bio-based additives that are not yet available at a larger scale. And this approach, since we are also manufacturers of materials, we know that we need to ensure the durability of the product, because they are in the end aiming for tens of years of usage and their circularity in order to deal with their end of life. And for that matter, inside the consortium, we are aiming for a real-time condition monitoring for several months up to 1 year in order to to gather enough data and predict the behavior on a longer term. What motivates us is actually the fact that for 20 years we are working on reducing the environmental footprint of our product and our solutions, and try to get away from the fossil dependency. But as an industrial, we need that. For this, there's a full value chain that needs to be constructed, starting from several types of feedstocks that need to replace the fossil ones, going through the development of chemicals, materials, and formulations, afterwards the whole manufacturing process, and in the end reaching the final client and convincing stakeholders of the need of this kind of material and their purpose. For that, we are also aiming at ensuring an industrial viability and an application compliance, because the buildings have to have to protect and ensure the comfort of the people inside them, and that for a long time period. And also to boost the application credibility and the visibility of this type of solutions towards the general market. For that, our consortium has several partners that are quite well established in these applications, but there's still some elements where additional help can be very useful. So what we're looking for is discussions around alternative feedstocks besides what we are using inside the hibiscus. Of course, the application expansion outside of the basic construction field and the building envelope of this kind of technologies. Some alternative technologies as well, and of course the technological development and transfer, because there are some steps where there are pilot level and intermediate manufacturing level that can be useful just before reaching the full industrial application at a higher volume that is associated with this kind of the construction field. So I'd like to thank you all for your attention, and of course, if there are questions, I'll gladly